The 2023 Formula 1 season had teams clawing and fighting to be the second best team in the competition. Some drivers looked after their car, others didn't, and some teams thought giving their vehicles sexual pleasure would make it faster. Yeah, this season was chaotically boring.
He said it!
But there's a lot to unpack, so let's get into the cringe report for the 2023 Formula 1 season.
Why the fuck is this fool yelling at me?
I have no idea what you said, but thank you.
Up America, let's bring that energy!
I can do that because I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Cringe report.
G'day guys, my name is F1LukeSam. I hope you enjoyed this year's season as much as I did, even if I was watching some races through the back of my eyelids. I'm sure the fans that actually went to races enjoyed them though, when they weren't punching other fans, having grandstands fallen on them, or being kicked out. Sometimes, the best thing about Formula 1 isn't the racing, it's the shit that happens because of it, and Martin Brundle's grid walks. So after you've subscribed, because this statistic on your screen is embarrassing, let's crack on. A lot of this season reminded me of Real Housewives, except surprisingly some of the drivers aren't as rich. It started in casual fashion as always, with Max Verstappen winning the first race in Bahrain. He then had a curse put on him, called the Bahrain curse. This means whoever wins the first race in Bahrain doesn't win the championship. But like many things this season, he gave that the double middle fingers and went on to win the championship. He broke multiple records, including the record for the most records broken in one season. Thank you guys for watching and enjoy the off season. No, seriously, look how many records this guy broke. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I'd probably suck a fart out of this guy's asshole, but I can tell you you're wrong. But everything does have a price. In typical fashion, he got booed frequently, but I guess that comes with being the best in a group of the best. I correct myself, he got booed 3 times. Crazy how all 3 times were in the same country. Sorry USA, you're somehow my top geographical location. Please don't unsubscribe. USA fans may be delulu in some sense, but I guess NASCAR does that to you, and so does supporting Logan Sargent. The man who couldn't string together a single lap in Qatar in SQ1 and started at the back. 40 seconds off the pace. But at least not every US fan genuinely thought Sergio Perez was going to bring us a proper title fight this season. After 2 races, it looks promising. But after Sergio Perez failed to make Q3 5 race weekends in a row, starting in Monaco, we got a fair idea pretty quickly of what this season is going to look like. Although we got an insight into how nobody's perfect, we also got a look in on how some people are not even fucking close.
What the fuck you just say to me, you little shit?
Did we expect anything else from Ferrari this season? It took until Brazil for Charles Leclerc to realise what he lacks isn't skill, it's luck. He had engine issues in Bahrain using all his energy stores by the second race. What the fuck? These energy stores are meant to last you a whole season. This means he got a 10-place grid drop in Saudi Arabia, he crashed out of Australia, Miami practice and Q3, Zandvoort and Brazil's formation lap.
Why the f am I so unlucky?
There was so much more, but I genuinely couldn't be bothered writing it out. After writing out this portion though, maybe it is skill that he lacks. What I have learned in my 22 years of life is, although I don't have trauma, the people that do have trauma tend to block it out to help themselves heal. That probably explains why Charles Leclerc wore an NFL-themed helmet for his 100th race with Ferrari. Ferrari's fucked this man up as much as Lance Stroll has fucked his own car, or Aston Martin's pit crew has tried to fuck Fernando Alonso's car. I would also try and block this out of my memory. He's worked 2 jobs all year. Formula 1 driver, and strategist at the same time. It's a 3rd job if you include being multiple 14-year-olds' heartthrobs, and a 4th if you include being the reason Matt from P1 goes to therapy.
Ooh.
Alright, I'll stop. I could actually go all day. At the end of the day, he beat his teammate by 6 points in the championship. That makes him the top Ferrari driver for 2023. But if you use points as a measure of skill, you're a moron. The only thing the standings prove this season is that Nick De Vries finished 22nd in a 20-man championship. Remember that guy? He had a terrible half to a season, if you can even call it that. He made so many mistakes that I saved myself the trouble and wrote nothing down. He was then fucked off by Dr. Helmut Marko, but at least there were no racist comments made about him.
Take this
Back to the standings, it looked like Lewis Hamilton tried to murder George Russell, and I think that perfectly sums up how Mercedes' season went. This wasn't just in the standings, but also in Spain and Qatar.
Bloody heck, fella.
Although George Russell's car spat fire in Australia, and he spat fire in Abu Dhabi,
What does that mean? How are we doing in the championship? Are we good?
he didn't just crash with his teammate, doing his best to make the Las Vegas Grand Prix actually interesting by crashing into Max Verstappen. The team also tried to claim that the car was in imminent danger in Brazil. They are still yet to clarify whether it was the car or the man driving it. After watching his performance in Singapore, I'm starting to think it's the latter.
Don't mind me, geezer. I'm just gonna chuck it. Oh, blimey, that was cheeky.
You can't park there, fella.
The grid tried everything this season trying to stop Mercedes. Mercedes even took the Alpine approach and had their drivers crash into each other. Formula 1 even tried to stop Lewis Hamilton. One more lap of Coda and he was a race winner again for the first time since Saudi Arabia 2021. Lando brought out all the stops in Silverstone, the Brits getting a little bit too carried away and Lando finishing on Lewis. Don't look at me, that one was fucked up. With Lewis's whole career, there's always a happy ending, if you ignore 2021. But this season, there isn't one. Sorry. Moving on. McLaren, yep, they're a team. I'm sure you forgot that at the start of the season, didn't you? It's hard to forget how Lando stopped 5 times in Bahrain just so the car could make it till the end. And Oscar Piastri had a Chrome.exe has stopped working on his dash during his first race in Bahrain. But they did become easier to remember as the season went on, especially if you're looking at the P2 slot. I mean, look at Lando's dash for P2 in Brazil after Charles Leclerc retired on the formation lap. I've never seen anyone move so fast. It's like a fat man running to a fridge. It took him a while though. It took as long as the stewards took to review footage in Austria. Lando found out he was P4 once he landed in England. They started the season off with a tractor that Daniel Ricciardo kindly showed off in Red Bull's promo video.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze.
They were quite unlucky as well. It went as far as Oscar Piastri getting damage on lap 1 of the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, and his end plate only hits Lando. It took them more than a few races to turn it around. It even took Oscar Piastri making an unalive attempt on Daniel Ricciardo.
Holy fucking shit, Mr. Friendly Fire over here. That hurt like a bitch.
He tried to end his career for a second time. Now yes, Daniel threw his car into a wall, but Lando didn't often do that. He would bottle it in qualifying instead of the race.
Wow, I am dog shit, mate.
He didn't get penalties. One man who did though, Esteban Ocon. He racked up 30 seconds in Bahrain and 30 seconds in Austria. He was so keen to beat his French teammate in every single category, in every aspect, that he wouldn't even let the season end with him having less penalty points than Pierre Gasly. Now, after talking shit about 2 French drivers at a French team, I feel like I've sinned. I'm now going to speak French for all you French viewers. Tu as un grand pénis. That means you have a big penis. Please subscribe. There's a few teams I haven't spoken about. Williams, the home of the Bald Eagle and straight line merchandise, and Haas. To be fair, Haas is a bit of a meh team to me. I don't really care who drives for them. I don't really monitor how they go. Ending the season with rumours that Lewis Hamilton approached Christian Horner about partnering Max Verstappen next season is a fitting way to end it all. Christian Horner created the rumour and Lewis Hamilton completely shut it down. That and the banging season closer in Brazil. Hang on, I've got the wrong script. This one I wrote in my dreams. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. It helps a small creator like myself on YouTube immensely. Enjoy the off season, everyone. I know I will. I've got a massive announcement about my off season on my Instagram in the coming days. So if you don't follow me on that, make sure you do. All my other social media links are in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next year. I've been F1LukeSam, and you guys, as always, have been amazing. Stay safe.